Hello. 6 years ago, I was sitting in a bar with my friend, and she said something to me that was going to change my life forever. Originally, I'm a graphic designer, but I changed to consulting. Oh, my friend disappeared. But consulting wasn't very creative, so I was always looking for new creative hobbies. Yeah. She said to me, let's start a blog. And I was like, about what? And she said, of course, about the bars we are testing. So back then, we didn't go out to clubs as much anymore, but we had the feeling there was a big upgrade in cool new bars in Vienna. But there wasn't any blog or website to find easy recommendations. Yeah. And this was the birth hour of Wiener Barperlen, which some of you might know. And my friend is standing next to me. This is Yvette. I'm Sophia. Yeah, and let's talk about our journey from passion to profit. So what happened? In the middle of the night, we bought a website domain, and we created our very first blog. And of course, we went out, drank some cocktails, took our phones, and yeah, created our first content. I thought it was great to have something creative to do. But my friend here, she had a bigger vision for us. Back then, she had a successful career in gastronomy marketing, and she used this valuable knowledge to create a plan for us. So she said, we're going to make money with this. Me personally, I wasn't so sure about, like drinking cocktails, okay, but why not? Let's just try it. Yeah. Also with this, we started our Instagram, because this is just what you did. Our first pictures, they were super blurry, much too dark, but we just tried our best. We were super surprised that in the very beginning, a newspaper came to us and asked us if we wanted to do an interview. And of course we said yes. But you have to know, at this point, we maybe had 130, 200 followers, so not that many, and a few hundred blog readers, but whatever. We just went to this bar, we did the interview, and we were hoping for a small piece in the newspaper. And this is what we got. So it's a 2-page feature in one of the most widely read free metro newspapers in Vienna. It's the Heute Zeitung. Yeah, and they pretty much introduced us as the new bar blog in town, which was huge for us. So suddenly we didn't have 200 followers, but 2,000. It was very exciting. But the most important thing it taught us was that people were actually interested in what we were doing. So it was a sign for us to really start investing some serious time in our hobby. I remember the first time someone sent us goodies. We were so excited, yeah, free stuff. So we tried to make really cool content out of it. But then people started paying us for our content. So really great. We were super excited. We were earning something on the side with it. So everything went well, and we started growing. But then in 2020, you might guess it, came Corona. And our business model was going to bars and taking pictures there. So this wasn't possible anymore. So we sat there and we thought, what should we do? Should we just pause? Should we stop it until it's over? But no. We brainstormed and thought, what kind of content can we provide still interesting for our followers? And we came up with memes. We did a lot of cooperations with cocktail delivery services. This was a thing back then. And we did online mixing challenges. And believe it or not, we managed to grow during Corona, which was a huge success. It also it gave us a lesson that you just have to stay flexible and carry on. Yeah.
All right, so fast forward. This hobby is now our full-time job. I think it sounds very nice, but it wasn't that easy. So how did we start? So first of all, we had a very specific target and a target group. Our main target was to focus on bars. We want to find the best bars in Vienna. And our target group was very simple. It was like people like us who love to go to bars and visit new after-work events. So, these are the people we are now making content for. And we also had a very clear vision on how we want to position ourselves. So, we don't want it to be a food blog or a blog on things to do in Vienna. We wanted to focus on the bars. And then, Sophia, we wanted to report from a customer's perspective, so not from the expert view. And this was a main thing that set us apart from many other expert magazines and blogs online in this industry.
Yeah, we focused also solely on bars and afterwork events, so this was also our niche. And this helped us to have cooperations from the very beginning. So today we're working together with more than 60 bars, event organizers, distributors, and so on. But how does our business model actually work? So what do we do? How did it start? First things first, our bar test for the blog and the Instagram, it's independent. So we don't get paid to test the bars. And if we don't like something or don't enjoy a place, then we just don't post about it. But if a place, a bar, and organizer wants to promote something specific with our help, then we do cooperations. So our first partners were bars, event organizers, and so on, that they needed our target group, which is very specific, other people who also like to go to bars, to promote their offerings, their events. What also helped a lot was, from the very beginning on, we got invited to a lot, and still are, events, to test bars, influence events, PR events, and so on. And we started to go there almost daily. And this might be the moment where you might be thinking, how did you manage to go out every day to bars, drink cocktails, and still have full-time jobs on the side? And someone is laughing, it's good, because we didn't. It was just too difficult and very unhealthy, I have to say. So this was the moment, and this was also one of the first big steps into a business, that we opened our doors and invited others to join us. You can say, this is our team. We are having fun. It's not all of us, though. But what we actually did is we just posted on Instagram if anyone is interested in bar testing, and we were surprised how many people wrote us. Today, we have a team of around 20 reporters who are on tour with us and create cool content, and we really love them. It's really great. Yeah. Still, for a very, very long time, we earned money with it, but it was a side project. And at one point, we had to make a decision to go all in. So what did us make to go all in? To be honest, it was 3 things. First, it got pretty intense for a side project. That was that. Then we really had a lot of ideas. It was like agonizing for us because we didn't have the time to work on them, to realize them. We were always like, oh my God, we could do this and that if we just had the time for it. And third, more and more people started to ask us if we could do content for them, so if we could do social media marketing for them. So we had our very first clients for social media as an agency. And at one point, we wrote a really big offer, and we just said, this is our sign. If we win this contract, then we go all in. And what should we say? We don't have any other job anymore. So
we went all in.
Yeah, so this was a very short summary of how we went from passion to profit. We started as 2 ladies just doing our hobby. Then we opened our doors, became a team, invited others to join us, and now we have our social media agency. And we help a lot of other business shine on social media, so we do from strategy, performance marketing, content production, photo, video, in many different industries, but of course, gastronomy is still our main focus. So you might be sitting here thinking, okay, cool, but how can I use social media to start a business or to help me? And we brought some tips for you today.
Yes, and the first thing is, think about what is your goal, what do you want to achieve? Who is your target group, what is your niche? If you are clear to this, it's much more easier. The second tip from us is just do it. Like we always say, einfach machen. It's gonna be fine. It doesn't need to be perfect at the beginning. You really can improve by time. And the third thing is, if you're doing content on social media, you need to provide a value to your customer, to your audience. So it doesn't make any sense to tell your audience always how great you are. You need to provide them with a value, with some entertainment, some tips. And yes, I'm sure if you follow these 3 tips, you will succeed.
Actually, it was just 3, but this is an old presentation, so you could 6 today. You also have to stay flexible, as we said, with Corona. Sometimes things just don't perform and just kick it then and try something else. This also worked a lot of times for us, even though it's sad because we put a lot of effort in it. Interaction, as we said before, just going and talking to people, also offline. If you try to be an influencer, then go to events to talk to people. Most of the contacts we made were through talking to people, actually. Yeah, and then trends is also very important. There are so many trends. Try something. If you see something, just very quickly try it. Maybe it works, maybe not, but it's an important thing to do. So this was a very brief overview. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope there were some insights, valuable insights for you. If you ever want to test a bar, you know who to call us. And yeah, if you ever need help with your socials, also call us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So great. Thank you, guys. Please stay here because we're going to have a Q&A session afterward.